Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another edition of the Gentleman's Corner. And tonight I have another one of the C3 competitors, and also I think we've subscribed to each other for quite some time now, Mr. JoesSweetShack.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
How's your day going? I know I sent you a message earlier today, and I completely forgot to have this wedding thing or whatever. So.
No, that's totally fine. I was actually just watching Breaking Bad all day. For the most part.
Have you? What season are you on? Did you finish up or?
I'm around the end of the third season right now.
So you've never seen through it before, or
No.
Oh my goodness!
It's the first time I'm watching through it.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I've heard great things. I started watching it like about a week ago, and I'm almost in the fourth season now.
So it's just like non-stop watching it.
Basically, yeah. Anytime I can, it's just one episode after another until I fall asleep, basically.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started with the questions, and I'm gonna do this one similar to the last one. I'm gonna try it out again. And again, in the comments, if anybody wants to leave a suggestion as to whether or not you like this one versus the other style, feel free to do so, and we'll go ahead and get started.
Awesome.
All right, so first question, and this is something that, again, I've used with every single person, is who or what inspired you to YouTube and why?
I think what first started me, that got me into YouTube is I actually didn't start watching YouTube videos in gaming until I started playing Modern Warfare 2. And I remember the first time I ever watched like any kind of gameplay at all, I watched CNanners, and he had a Raffica nuke without kill streaks. And that was the first time I ever watched a gaming video. But prior to game, I actually uploaded like a card magic, and that was the first time I got started on YouTube like at all.
Okay.
But again,
you mean like Magic, like regular playing cards, not the card game Magic, right?
No, yeah, like David Blaine type, Magic, like card tricks and stuff.
Okay, cool. And so, but was there a particular reason why you started uploading videos of that, or I've watched a couple of them, and I gotta say I'm impressed because I can't do that stuff. But was there a particular reason why you wanted to upload that stuff?
Yeah, it was the biggest hobby I had at the time. I was like maybe 13 or 14. And I felt like I was pretty good at it because I did basically all day. That's all I did. Okay. And so I decided to upload, and there's actually a very small community like that. Like, it's so much smaller than the gaming community. So at the time I had like 13 subscribers, and I thought that was awesome.
I mean, shoot, I remember when I had like 6 subscribers and 2 of them were friends. And to this day, I'm still surprised. I was like, I got over 100 people that actually want to watch and listen to what I got to say.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, but then, I don't know, then you look at some of those bigger YouTubers that have like millions of subscribers. I don't understand that.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. So how did you feel about that first round in the C3 tournament?
It was awesome. So many really, really good videos. And a lot of times what I thought was cool is that a lot of the videos were so different, but while pertaining to the same kind of topic and whatnot. But they're just like they were so different in their styles and the way that people went about it, and nothing wasn't so much that one was ever better than the other, just so different, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And I tried to make the best video I could, but Watts made a really, really good video, and at the end it's just really fun, and it was really fun to be a part of in general. Sure,
absolutely. It's funny because I like watch yours and Watts' video like 3 times. Oh man, I think I watched all of them like 3 times, but your video was done really, really well, but for some reason I just connected with Watts' a little bit more. I don't know why. So sorry to say, but I voted for him. However, I will say this: you and Watts and Killer 36 Zoltan, all the other people who are doing the C3, I always thought that it would be like there would be like a fierce competitive side or whatever, but people have been really supportive of each other.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
really, really great.
And I think Serial Assassin is part of the reason why that's the case. So,
yeah, definitely.
How long have you been gaming for? Your whole life, or is it something that you picked up a little later?
No, I was gaming pretty much my whole entire life. I think when I was about 3, my father decided to get me a Game Gear at the time, which was like do you remember the Game Gear?
Oh, like was it the handheld? The Sega handheld?
Yeah, it was like the huge handheld. And I was too young to play it or anything, but I don't really remember, but I'm told that's when he got it for me. I remember having it when I was a little older, But as far back as I can remember, I always played video games.
Didn't it come with like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or something like that?
Yeah, that's the game that I remember playing on it was Sonic. Sonic, and I think there was like a fighting game. I'm not sure if it was Mortal Kombat or not, but it was definitely a fighting game.
What do you think is your favorite gaming system?
My 360 is definitely my favorite gaming
Your
system.
Xbox 360? Okay.
Yeah.
And then in terms of genre, I can't even talk, genre of games, what type of genre of games do you think you enjoy the most?
It's kind of hard to say because I definitely love like Call of Duty. I love first-person shooters, but I also like my favorite game of all time is Far Cry 3, and it's like a first-person adventure shooter.
Right.
So it's not really like in the same way of Call of Duty. So I'm really not sure because I also love Grand Theft Auto 5 and Fable games. I love Fable games. I like Little Big Planet. So like it's really hard to pick just one, but first-person games in general. So whether they be shooters or adventures, I like action games. I could say action adventure games. I guess would be the proper answer.
All right. What do you feel is like consider? Have you ever played Battlefield? I know you said you started with Modern Warfare 2, but have you ever played Battlefield as well?
I played Battlefield 3. That's the only Battlefield I've played, and the Battlefield 4 beta. But that's pretty much it.
All right. So to start that war, what do you feel is a better game? Let's take Modern Warfare, or let's take Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3 because they came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Take personal preference out of it. Just even though you may not like one better than the other, what do you think is the better game?
I think the better game is probably Battlefield 3, just because when I play it, I can feel like everything feels so much smoother, and you can tell so much more, I guess, effort was put into making the Battlefield 3 game.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's things like destructible environments and the guns, they sound awesome, kind of. The graphics are so much better, and overall, I feel like the game's a little bit more balanced. But at the same time, I also like Call of Duty because of the way the ranking system works. Like, I like the way that, in Call of Duty, you get to level 20, you have these guns, and then you unlock these attachments. And then in Battlefield, I'm really not even still sure how it works. It's like there's the 4 classes, and then you unlock weapons for each class. And then depending on which team you're on, you get different guns, from what I understand. So I think that the better game overall is Battlefield 3, but I click a lot better with Call of Duty.
Okay. Now, looking at what you've seen so far for Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts, which do you think is the better game?
I don't know. Battlefield 4 to me really kind of feels like Battlefield 3, and also the beta and stuff. It's unfinished. There's a lot of unfinished graphics, and it's kind of strange. But I'll definitely probably put a lot more time into Ghosts if either one of them. But I think I really got let down by Black Ops 2, and I don't even have a desire to play first-person shooters right now. Like, I just don't even want to play Call of Duty or Battlefield. I just want to find a whole different game and just get immersed into that.
Okay. So outside of gaming or magic, do you have any other hobbies, things that you like to do?
Not really, honestly. I kind of play a lot of games. Besides that, I watch a lot of TV shows like on Netflix. So every so often I'll pick a show and I'll watch like every episode there is.
I was about to say all of it. Just watch all of it.
Yeah, basically it's like one really long movie. I do like to go out and play sports when the weather is right because I don't like the cold at all.
What part of the country are you in?
I'm actually in New York City, so I'm like, it's like when it's cold, like what I find cold, some people find hot, but anything like up lower than 60 degrees is like freezing to me, so
okay.
I don't like it.
No, I don't know how people live up there. It's just, I mean, I like the cold, but not for like half of the year.
Yeah, half the year is cold. I don't really like it.
What do you think's the biggest misconception that people think about New Yorkers or New York?
I think people think it's a lot worse than it actually is for the most part. Like, I've talked to people who live all over the country and even other countries, since I started YouTube seriously. And like people, like I tell them that I live in New York City and they're like, oh, have you ever been shot at? I'm like, no, I've never been shot at. It's just, I think that's the biggest misconception about New York City in general, is that it's a lot more, I guess, violent than it actually is. It's really not the way that it's depicted, I guess, in TVs and in stereotypes and whatnot.
Okay. All right. So YouTube, like getting into YouTube, where do you think you'll see yourself in the next year? Are there certain goals or certain achievements that you want to get to?
Not really. I don't really. It's weird when I try and set goals for myself, and then I'll either get to them and get, I guess, like recently, since Ground Zeroes 5 came out, I've gained like 150, 160 subs, and that's been about a month. And prior to that, the last 150 subs came over a course of like 5 times that time.
Right.
So then I feel like that can kind of like inflate it, briefly, but in the long run, it's not going to hold up. But in general, I just want to just keep kind of like getting better at making videos in general and meet a lot more people who make videos and just, continue having fun with it. That's really the biggest thing to me.
Sure.
Is that it doesn't ever get boring or anything like that.
I think there's so much stuff out there that it's like impossible for it to get boring. There's always something new,
Yeah, there is. And there's a lot of games that are coming out that I'm really looking forward to, and I just like uploading whenever I'm having fun with at the time.
Sure, yeah.
So if it's a really, like I uploaded some of Cube World, and that's not a very popular game, but at the time I was having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I tried to get into that too. It's just, I don't know what happened to it. I still got it on my computer, but... Oh, so let me ask this. We'll kind of wrap up after this question here, but what's a bigger YouTuber that you'd like to work with?
Like say like anyone who's bigger at all, or
yeah,
like,
anybody who's bigger. Let's say around the 5,000 plus mark subscribers.
5,000 plus. I'm really not sure. It seems like I either watch YouTubers who are huge, or like somewhere under 5,000.
Right.
But I really like. I'd also want to work with somebody who actually works with people regularly, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, but if I guess there's somebody I would work with in general, probably Thunder, because I really do, he's probably the only really big Call of Duty YouTuber that I watch all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Regularly, it's probably just him. And I like CNanners, but CNanners kind of gone in a different direction over the past couple of years that, I stopped watching his videos.
Yeah, I guess they have their little clique or whatever, and they kind of stick to that, and that's it. It's fine or whatever. That I understand. I'm kind of glad that Hutch is doing videos again, because I watched him back in the day, and
oh yeah, Hutch was awesome back in the day. When he left, I was like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, our time is running out here a little bit, and I want to say thank you for taking some of your time out this evening to do this interview. I appreciate it very much.
Sure, absolutely. It was a lot of fun.
All right, well, have a great day, or good evening, I should say, and thank you for visiting the Gentleman's Corner.
Absolutely, no problem.